Hello students, let us move on to next topic, that is fill area attributes. So let us understand what is an attribute. So for example, if you consider an line, okay, for a line you can draw a line using your own style. That can be dashed lines, or you can draw using the solid line, or you can draw as a pattern line. See, there are different styles of lines you can draw. Similarly, the color of the line is also one more attribute you can say. Okay, you can draw a red color line or a blue color line, black color line. See, all these are nothing but see it defines a line. Okay, attribute is nothing but it is going to define how your line is going to be. So this is for a line. See, similarly for any object, you can fill any colors or any pattern. Okay, in OpenGL, we can fill any specified regions, including circles, eclipse, or any other objects, curved objects you can say. Okay, which has got curved boundaries. So these can be filled with certain attributes. So let us see what are the different styles, or you can say here what are the fill area attributes that is provided by General Graphics Library. So in our syllabus here we have an example, that is you have a hexagon here. See, it is displayed in different ways. Okay, see a simple hexagon, so it has got 1 2 3 4 5 6 sides, so I say it as an hexagon. So it can be displayed with only edges. So here you have only edges, okay, without any filling. Okay, so this style is called hollow style of filling the particular region. And another way you have a solid style, where you are not going to display the edges. Okay, just you're filling the area with certain color, maybe red color, green color, or any other colors. Okay, it is called solid filling. Another way you have for displaying an hexagon is pattern style. See, you have a tile like pattern. Okay, different styles you have, that is provided by graphics library. And we can also fill selected regions, any regions of the scene using various brush styles and also color blending combinations or textures. So there are not only these kinds of styles you have. We have shown only 3 kinds here, but there are other styles also provided by graphics library. You can use different brush styles. So similarly like in your paint, you have different brush styles. Okay, so that can be used, or you can use to fill the solid color. You can use a combination of RGB colors, and different textures are also possible for showing the particular scenes on the screen. Now let us see what are the different kinds of fill patterns that is available in graphics. Patterns can be defined in rectangular color arrays that list different colors for different positions in the array. For example, suppose you want to display particular color on the screen. Okay, so each of the pixels in the screen will have its own RGB colors. Is it? So if I consider one particular pixel on the screen, okay, it has got a different red, it is combination of RGB color, so it will be having its own value of red, green and blue color. Okay, for example here, if you consider this particular pixel, okay, it has got 0 red, that is red channel is 0, that means here you are going to off it, and next you have green also. Okay, that is also 0, blue also 0. Similarly, another pixel, if you're considering, it has got red channel 75 and again some other value for green channel and blue channel. So this is the rectangular array you can say. The rectangular array is a pattern, okay, which gives you the information about the colors, okay, or color values, you can say. So an array specifying the fill pattern is a mask that has to be applied to the display area. So now you can consider this as a particular fill pattern as a mask, and the mask is again replicated in horizontal or vertical direction until the display area is filled with non-overlapping copies of the pattern. So one thing what you are going to see here is first initially array that specifies the fill pattern is being defined, and we call it as a mask. So this particular thing, this mask will be itself, it will be replicated either in horizontal manner. For example, first initially suppose you have a mask, you have created a mask, and you are going to replicate it either in vertical manner or in horizontal manner. Okay, so until you complete the process of filling, okay, maybe your how much area you want to fill, that it depends on that, is it? So that in that way you have to go on filling the area. So this is one way of filling the particular pattern on the screen. So we call this process of filling as an area with the rectangular pattern, we call it as tiling. Okay, so if you are having a rectangular pattern and then if you are replicating it one by one, then this process is called tiling. So there will be a non-overlapping copies, remember that. So similar, like you keep a tile on the floor, okay, then should not be overlapped tiles placed. So similarly here also the tiling pattern should will not have a overlapping copies, okay. And a rectangular fill pattern is sometimes also referred as tiling pattern. Another way you have, that is predefined fill patterns. We also have in graphics, we also have some predefined fill patterns that we call it as hatch fill patterns. Okay, see, this is one kind of diagonal hatch fill pattern you have in graphics. Okay, similarly suppose this is only one line, single line you have. Suppose if you want to have a cross line, then you have got one more pattern also, that is called diagonal cross hatch filling. Okay, so these are the different kinds of fill patterns you have in graphics. Color blended fill regions. It is also possible to combine a fill pattern with the background colors in various ways. Okay, so color blended regions can be implemented using either transparency factors to control the blending of the background and object colors, or using simple logical or replace operations as shown in the figure. So here let us take one example here. Suppose you have a see, I said that you can combine the fill pattern. So this is a filling pattern you have. Okay, so this is a filling pattern, and you also have got background, certain background colors. Okay, now you are going to combine this fill pattern with the background color. Okay, you are going to combine this. So let us see what are the different logical operations that can be performed on this pattern. Okay, on this pattern and the background color. So if you are saying and operation, how an and operation happens? See, for example, I say here, okay, and so I say here A and B you have, think that the values, and operation means uh, 0 or 0, 0 or 0 you have 0, 0 or 1 again 0, 1 0 you have 0, is it? And 1 1 and 1 you will get 1. That means, see, for example, you have this as 1, this pixel as 1, and this pixel. So this is an array, 2 cross 2 array, okay, or a 2 by 2 fill pattern, you can say. So now we are applying the logical operation AND. So how it works? 1 and 1, you get 1. See, this is this pixel, or you can say this will be on only when pattern, so this particular thing, pattern here is on, and here background pixel is also on. Okay, that time you get 1. Again, suppose you say here, next one I will tell you. You have here 0, this as 1. 0, 1 means AND operation if you are doing, you get 0. And again, if you are seeing here, one more, you have 0, 0, 0 and 0, you get 0. So that is what is being displayed. Again, you have 1 and 0, you get 0. So that is how logical operation is applied here to display the content on the screen. Okay, you have one pattern that is being combined with background color, you can say, okay, or any other pattern, background pattern. So this combination is being done to see how logical operation happens. And next you have OR operation. Similarly, an OR operation, if you are saying, for example, I say now, you have uh, 1 or 1, you get 1. Again, 0 or 1, you get 1. Again, you have 1 or 0, you get 1, and 0 or 0, you get 0. So this is how logical OR operation works. Similarly, you can show it for XOR. Okay, XOR operation. See, 0 XOR 1, you get 1, and 1 XOR 0, you get 1. Okay, so this is how XOR operation happens. And next one, the last one, you have the pics. See, the pattern is being combined with the background. Okay, now here, whatever the background it may be, okay, whenever you are going to have a new pattern, okay, it just replaces the pixels in those positions. So whatever the background it may be, it doesn't matter here. The logical operation doesn't work here actually. See here, whatever the background pixel is being displayed, okay, it does not matter here. Okay, whatever you have on the pattern, the new pattern, whatever you want to write, that will be placed on the screen. Okay, or the pixel values will be displayed here. Okay, see, that's why whatever you have got, this pattern and this pattern is matching, because it has just replaced the previous pixels positions. Okay, next you have the linear soft fill algorithm, another kind of algorithm you have. So here we have seen how logical operation happens. Okay, but now let us see how this works. Okay, linear soft fill algorithm. So this repaints an area that was originally painted by merging a foreground color. So foreground color we represent with F, with single background color B, where F not equal to B. So suppose you have, think that you have a background color, say background color is blue. Okay, you have already painted background color as blue, and now again upon the background color you are going to have a foreground color as a yellow color. Okay, and what color you get? New color you will be getting by the combination of foreground color and background color, that is you will be getting green. Okay, so this is the meaning here. So in the soft fill algorithm you will be having two colors. One will be background color, another one will be foreground color. Foreground color is represented by F, background is by B. So whenever you apply this particular algorithm, see, this condition should be satisfied, that is f not equal to b. F not equal to b means foreground color is not equal to background color. So that means if f becomes equal to b, you will remain with same color, is it? So if it was blue, then again if you are filling blue itself, what happens? Blue only will be displayed. So this is the meaning here. Now let us see the algorithm. The current color of the pixel is given by p is equal to t into f plus 1 minus t into b. Okay, and so you have the linear combination of f and b here. So now you are seeing when you are filling the particular area with certain colors, what is the formula that is behind to calculate the color of the particular pixel. So that is given by p is equal to t into f plus 1 minus t into b. So f is nothing but foreground color, b is background color. So p is nothing but the current color of the pixel, and t is nothing but the transparency factor. So you have transparency factor, that means, see, for example, here you have where transparency factor always will be between 0 and 1 for each of the pixel. Suppose if t is less than 0.5, for example, take an example here. If t is less than 0.5, the background color contributes more to the interior color of the region than does the field color. So that means, for example, if transparency, for in this particular example, you have combined background color, that is blue color, with foreground color yellow, and you get a new color, that is green. Okay, so when the transparency factor is less than 0.5, your background color will be shown more. That means the contribution of blue color will be more in case if your t is less than 0.5. Okay, and there will be less amount of yellow color. Okay, more of blue color, less amount of yellow color. So you can imagine how the uh, color will be. It will be, maybe will get a dark green color. Okay, so if you add more of yellow color, then you get light green color, is it? If you add more of blue color, then you may get a dark green color. So that is the meaning. So that is the effect of transparency you have. So if transparency is less than 0.5, the background color contributes more. If our color values are represented using separate green, red, green and blue, that is RGB components, each components of the colors with will have P is equal to, that is P suffix R, P suffix G and P suffix B. So that is this particular formula is being used when when you are going to use uh, the three colors, that is RGB components. So in the previous formula, if you are seeing, you can use only two colors, that is one is background, foreground color and background color. Okay, whereas here we are going to take a p pixel value p will depend upon three colors. Okay, so you have again foreground color can be combination of three colors, and blue color also can be a combination of RGB colors. So now let us see what is the transparency factor, that is parameter T using for, that is mainly for the RGB color components. T is equal to PK minus BK divided by FK minus BK. Okay, so you know P is nothing but the current pixel color. Okay, P, and BK is background color, FK is foreground color. So where K is equal to R, G or B, and here also remember that FK is not equal to BK, that means foreground color should not be equal to background color. So suppose when two background colors B1 and B2 are mixed with foreground color F. Okay, then the resulting pixel color will be equal to P is equal to T naught F plus T1 into B1 plus 1 minus T naught minus T1 into B2. So this is the pixel color you will be getting if you are using two background colors B1 and B2 and one single foreground color. Okay, and transparency factor you have again, you have got two. Okay, T naught and T1.